And hi, everyone. Thank you for staying tuned in our book launch here today at Eight Letters. So, today we will have Mr. Rowell Perez, the author of Magic of the Modest, is actually one of our best selling books here at Eight Letters. So, I'm so thrilled to be here with this author, and I can't wait to introduce him to you. So, what the book is all about? It's actually a self-help slash poetry book, and we'll have Mr. R.C. Perez to talk more about it with us today. So, let us all welcome Mr. R.C. Perez. Just hold on. Okay, hi. Can you hear
Hello.
me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hi, Cindy.
ayun. Hi, Rowell. Yeah, is it okay to call you Rowell or RC?
RC na lang.
RC na
If
lang.
that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, so I'm showing right here the cover of Magic of the Modest.
Mm,
Poems by R.C. Perez, Philippine poetry, pero in a way, I think it's also more of like a self-help book na
mm-hmm.
rin.
Tama.
Aha. And tama, tama. Okay. So, okay, i-spotlight muna kita dito. Tanggalin muna natin 'yung book
Okay.
cover. There you go. So Roel, where are you based right now?
Based ako sa Toronto, Canada. Pero born and raised sa Pilipinas.
Okay. So, you mentioned earlier that you're working as a teacher. Is it
Mm-hmm.
related to literature?
Um, so I used to be English teacher for 3 years. I used to teach high school. Pero the past 2 years, I've been teaching grade 7. So I teach all core
Mm-hmm.
subjects. Pero English major talaga ako.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Great. Great. So, let's talk about your book, Magic of the Modest.
Sure.
Can you tell us more about how you came up with this book? Yeah.
Okay. So, basically, ang concept ng libro is, ang premise niya is magic is everywhere. Parang, and I know it's not a groundbreaking idea kasi palagi naman nating naririnig yan, di ba? Yung it's the simple things, gano'n. Pero somehow, parang madalas pa rin nating nakakalimutan. So, kumbaga siguro yung book na to, isa sa mga layunin niya ay paalala sa atin na yung yung mga madalas, yung mga simpleng bagay, yon yung doon natin makikita yung isa sa doon natin makikita yung mga pinakamahalagang aral ng buhay. So, kumbaga, yung mga tula sa librong ito, yung mga tema niya, puro about simple things, ordinary, often taken for granted things na kung hindi mo bibigyang atensyon, hindi mo mapapansin. So, yung konsepto nito, siguro kasi sinimulan ko kasing i-compile yung mga libro yung mga tula nung kasagsagan ng lockdown ng pandemya. So, um, mostly yung mga poems dito ay hopeful kasi siguro nung panahon na yon parang naghahanap tayo ng positive out of the mga maraming negative things na nangyayari sa paligid natin. So yun. So yun yung parang pinaka naging umpisa nung
Mm-hmm.
nung pagbuo ng konsepto ng libro.
Uh-huh. Yes, very interesting. And have you always thought na you'll become a writer, that you'll
Hmm.
come to this point na, or it's just a sudden realization na, oh, okay, it's the lockdown, it's the pandemic, so why not I write a book
Oo, parang gano'n.
that will inspire people?
Hmm. So, I think I've always wanted to be a writer kahit nung bata pa ako. Actually, gusto kong maging journalist ng bata ako. Tapos nagsusulat-sulat na rin ako pero Ah, siguro 'pag gusto mo din maging writer, of course, ipinapangarap mo rin magkaroon ng libro, 'di ba? So siguro part na rin 'yun, pero hindi ko talaga inisip na makakapag-publish ako ng libro this year or this year.
Mm-mm.
Sobrang privileged din ako kasi
Mm-mm.
ngayon, kasi itong libro na to self-published. So, kumbaga ako lang lahat ng gumawa, like simula sa yung content, yung editing, pati
Mm-mm.
lahat ng kailangang documents, ganun. Tapos involved din
Mm-mm.
ako sa process ng design ng book cover, pati nung illustration. Although
Mm-mm.
I hired some people to do it, pero kumbaga from start to finish, um, uh, involved ako. Tapos pati marketing ngayon, ako din talaga lahat. So, um, nagkataon lang na kaya ako sinang privileged kasi ngayon parang medyo nagiging trend yung self-publishing as opposed to
Mm-mm.
um, traditional publishing. Kasi minsan yun
Mm-mm.
yung mahirap. Maraming mga magaling na writers, 'di ba? Pero ang hirap kasi parang sobrang saturated kasi ng book industry. So, kailangan talaga siguro kailangan mo makahanap ng publisher na gano'n bago ka ma-publish kahit sobrang galing mong writer kung walang nagbabasa ng mga gawa mo, gano'n. So, parang siguro masasabi ko na swerte lang din ako na nakapag-publish ako at natupad ko yung isa sa mga pangarap ko na makapag-publish ng
Mm-mm.
libro. Yun.
Mhm. Yun, okay. Gusto ko lang basahin muna, yung description or yung blurb ng book, okay, Magic of
Okay,
the
sure.
Modest. It says here, enough of looking for some secret doorway to a place that will take your breath away. Magic is here, everywhere, trust me. And if you just look hard enough, you will see within you the most breathtaking magic resides. So actually the blurb itself, parang it's so magical. It all
Thank
connects
you.
and
Mm,
parang we are living in this kind of times na parang it's everything's so dense, everything's so impossible, everything's so I don't know, getting into our nerves, 'di ba? And then
mhm,
once you read
mm,
this, you kind of find some solace, sanctuary
mhm,
of a kind that is magical. And so I think this book will definitely help a lot of people. Yeah, the, siguro
sana, yan.
what yeah. And I also want to share, 'di ba, yung book cover itself. Like,
Mm,
wow. Did
mm.
you make this? Ikaw
No,
nag-design?
meron akong
Okay. Yeah, ang
hinire diyan ng
ganda, 'di ba? It's
pang
so
yeah,
minimalistic. Ah, hindi, hindi.
Exactly. No, tama. Is so minimalist pero so meaningful din. Sa Instagram page ko, inexplain ko yung concept behind
Mm-mm.
ng cover na yan. Pero shoutout muna dun sa ano niyan, ang pangalan niya Van Piedad. I don't know kung nasa Facebook siya, pero sa Instagram ko siya nahanap. Meron siyang parang page ng minimalist
Mhm.
artwork. So siya yung nag-design yan. In-explain ko sa kanya kung ano yung
Mm.
konsepto, kung ano yung vision ng book, tapos siya yung nag-interpret.
Mm.
Tapos ayun, sobrang ang ganda. Um, Yun, yung cover kasi na yan parang
Mm.
makita mo 'di ba yung yung babae na tumitingin siya sa what do you call this, sa sky. Pero yung galaxy ay nasa
Moon.
kanya pala.
Mm.
Yun. Moon lang. Kumbaga empty yung galaxy except sa moon. And tapos mapapansin parang connected kasi siya dun sa yung sa binasa mo kanina na the most breathtaking
Mm.
magic resides within you. So parang yung cover na yan, it reminds us na minsan kasi masyado nating hinahanap yung magic na feeling natin matatagpuan natin to sa it's something grand na matatagpuan natin to sa faraway places. Pero madalas hindi natin na-realize na tayo
Mm.
din may
Mm.
sarili tayong magic, 'di ba? Kung ano yung magic natin, it doesn't have to be something grand. It could be our talent, 'di ba? That's your magic, yung skill mo, yung gano'n. Yung ability mo
Mm.
to make other people smile, gano'n.
Mhm.
So, yun yung parang pinaka-meaning ng book cover. para sa akin. So, ayun, maraming
Mhm.
nagagandahan nga
Oh.
sa sa book cover, and I'm glad kasi na-interpret talaga ni Van yung gusto kong mangyari sa book cover.
Mhm. Yun. Thank you, Van. And it's true actually in the indie publishing industry. Your
Mm,
book cover can make or break your book. So,
mm,
kung hindi siya ganun ka-compelling, then
mm,
hindi siya hindi siya hindi niya mai-interpret ng maayos yung book and hindi
mm,
natin mabebenta ng maayos yung book. And I guess this
mm,
is one of the factors why it has become a best-selling because I also
oo.
understand that it's available on Amazon, tama ba?
Yes, yes, tama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and of course, Eight Letters will be
Mm,
is actually the distributor here in the
in the
Philippines.
Philippines, yes.
So, yeah. So actually, I want to share another. I also want to share another. Actually, the introduction
Mm-hmm,
of the book.
mm-hmm,
Sige, sandali lang. Okay. Because I think this one is interesting kasi may
mm-hmm.
mga elements, Filipino features tayong
Yes,
makikita dito. I'm not sure if
oo,
okay, kita ba siya ng maayos. Sige, itry ko lang siyang
nakikita
i-zoom
naman.
in. Ayan. So, it's divided into four chapters, the
Mm,
book itself. So, there's the padayon, which is
mm,
to continue, and then the paglaom, which
mm,
is the aspiration, and then tauhai, the state of being relaxed, at peace, and without worry. And then the last chapter is called Hiwaga or Mystery.
mhm,
Oh, wow. All of these Filipino elements in this book, in this English book ha, parang,
hmm,
okay, when you tie them all together, sabi nga dito, like it will take readers to a journey of pain, hope, acceptance, and love. So,
hmm.
how did you come up with this?
Ayun, interesting 'yan kasi, nung una English words talaga yung mga title ng chapters, pero parang
Mm-mm.
pakiramdam ko parang hindi nila naka-capture yung talagang essence ng bawat, tema ng bawat,
Mm-mm.
chapters.
Mm-mm.
Tapos na-discover ko yung salitang tawhay na isang concept and also a word sa Bisaya na yun nga parang close translation niya sa English ay state of being at peace, relaxed and without worry. And I found it so beautiful. Tapos yun yung mga panahon na sinisimulan ko na rin kasi i-compile yung mga tula. Tapos naisip ko bakit kaya hindi ko gawing English yung content um ng libro, pero naisip ko why not gawin kong Tagalog, gamitin ko yung mga salitang padayon, paglaom, tawhay, tsaka hiwaga. Para
Mm-mm.
first, para na rin mag-pay tribute ako sa, heritage ko. Kasi although, kumbaga, parang available siya globally, kumbaga. Pero gusto ko na
Mm-mm.
malaman ng mga tao na yung libro is written by Filipino na tapos yung mga salita ng mga salitang Filipino ay ginamit dito. Kasi yung I always found yung mga salita natin sa Pilipinas, hindi lang yung Tagalog, pati yung mga Bisaya, Ilocano, yung mga iba't iba pa, meron
Mm-mm.
talagang poetic quality, musical quality. Hindi ko alam kung ako lang na ano, pero um, so kasi 'di ba poetry is all about it's not all about sound pero a big part of what poetry is all about is about sound. Tapos yung mga salita natin
Mm-mm.
sa Pilipinas, meron talagang poetic quality. So gusto kong bigyan ng pansin or i-emphasize sa libro din. Kaya ginamit ko yung mga salita na yan. Plus yun nga, katulad ng sinabi ko, na emphasize ay na encapsulate talaga nila, na capture talaga nila yung tema ng bawat mga
Mm-mm.
tula. Kumbaga, katulad nung sa first chapter, padayon, ang ibig sabihin kasi ng padayon, di ba sa Bisaya, ay to continue, to move forward. Yung
Mm-mm.
first chapter is all about loss, longing, heartaches, and the magic we
Mm-mm.
find in carrying on. So sa tingin ko parang yun talaga yung pinaka-fit na magiging title nung
Mm-mm.
chapter na yon. Nung chapter 2 naman is paglaom. Ito natutunan ko sa isang kaibigan ko na kasi
Mm-mm.
actually ang original ano niyan title talaga is puhon, yung isa pang
Mm.
salitang familiar ka ba sa
PJ
word na yan?
Monteverde. Puhon. Oo, actually,
Oh,
yeah.
maganda
Yeah,
rin yung
I'm Bisaya
'di
din
ba?
ako.
Parang
Oo.
Bisaya ka pala, yun. Ayan, 'di
Oo.
ba? Ang maganda rin yung salitang puhon, 'di ba? Parang hopefully,
Mm-mm.
parang gano'n, tama ba
Mm-mm.
yung ibig sabihin
Ay,
niya?
yeah, puhon. Yeah,
Parang
one
gano'n. Parang
day. Mm-mm.
expression mo daw 'yun kapagka you're hoping for something, 'di ba? One day,
Mm-mm.
parang gano'n.
Mm-mm.
Pero
Mm-mm.
may nagsabi sa akin na, why not gamitin mo yung paglaom kasi mas mansidhi daw yung ibig sabihin ng paglaom, aspiration. So sabi ko, oo,
Mm-mm.
oo nga, maganda rin yung puhon pero nag-decide na ako na palitan ng paglaom. So yung chapter
Mm-mm.
2, yung mga poems 'yan ay about hopes, dreams, and
Mm-mm.
aspirations, and the magic that we find in looking forward. So,
Mm-mm.
parang fit talaga yung paglaom. In chapter
Got it.
3, yung chapter
Mm-mm.
3 naman, tawhay, which is also my favorite. Yun yung favorite word ko ngayong taon. The
Mm-mm.
poems in the chapter, siguro yan din yung personal bias ko sa book, yun yung favorite chapter ko. The poems are all about acceptance in different kinds of acceptance,
Mm-mm.
inner peace and self-love, and the magic that we find in letting it be. So yun yan. Yung dinidisplay mo na po, isa din yan sa
Hindi ba
mga
to?
oo,
Oo.
isa din yan sa mga pinaka-favorite ko na poem na isa sa
Mm-mm.
actually recent lang yan. Kasi yung mga ibang poems ko medyo matagal na. Pero yan,
Mm-mm.
recently lang. Siguro this year. This year ko lang yan nagawa. Like early this year. So, ayan. Tapos, yung, syempre, yung last
Or
chapter, puro mga love poems and gusto kong i-emphasize doon yung the mystery and magic of love. Yun, kaya hiwaga
hiwaga.
yung yan.
Oo. Sige, hanapin natin yung ano. Oh, okay. Hindi ko mahanap yung hiwaga. Okay,
Oo.
okay, page 109. Sige, try lang natin. Kasi,
Sige.
oh, di ba? So, may mga illustrations pa actually dito.
Yung illustration naman yan ay kaibigan ko nung university days. Ang pangalan niya,
Mm-mm.
Angela Dayan Agustin. So, shout out kay Dice kung mapapanood mo to. Yun.
Thank you.
Ang ganda ng mga illustration. Ang galing, ang swerte ko kasi ang galing nung yung na-hire ko na nag-design ng cover, ang galing nung na-hire
Mm-mm.
ko na nag-design nagawa ng illustration. So yun, nakadagdag talaga sila sa ganda ng libro.
Mm-mm. You have such a great team working with you on this.
Tama,
And
tama.
oh, and I can see na siguro you've conceptualized it na ganito, and
Mm,
you already know what you want, you already know
yeah.
what you're aiming for, and so that's why here comes the result. I think a
Mhm.
lot of indie authors can learn from you.
Oo.
Usually kasi
Parang
yeah.
OC daw ako, sabi ng mga ibang kasi parang katulad nung yung sa mga illustration, may mga illustration. Kunwari yung illustration, kasi
Mm-mm.
minsan kasi kahit maganda kumbaga, pero hindi siya fit
Mm-mm.
sa parang nakaka-distract siya sa poem kumbaga or
Mm-mm.
parang hindi nagwo-work together. Parang alam mo yun, yung kumbaga parang
Mm-mm.
um, katulad ng sabi mo, tama yung sinabi na meron talaga akong gustong makita at mangyari. So,
Mm-mm.
tapos parang, kaya sobrang gusto ko involved ako dun sa process kasi kung ano yung gusto ko kalabasan, yun yung,
Mm-mm.
yun yung gusto kong mangyari.
Oo.
Pero, yun,
Siyempre. Mm-mm.
tama. Mabuti na lang, like, kumbaga parang sobrang cooperative nung mga yung mga hire ko na mga kaibigan ko na nag-design ng mga artwork. Yun.
Mm. Ayun. Thank you sa mga friends niya and supporters. Ayun. Okay. Yeah, actually parang usually kasi yun yung nangyayari sa mga indie authors, no?
Mm,
And that's the difference between a traditional author and an indie author. And it's true na mention mo kanina na talagang merong uh, yung mga indie authors ngayon, they're on the rise na, if I cannot find this door opening up for
mm.
me, I would build the
Oo,
door
mm.
for myself, and why not I
May
self-publish my book?
may more autonomy and freedom.
Mm-mm.
Kasi if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken, 'di ba kapag traditional publishing, like you just submit the content, tapos minsan wala
Mm-mm.
kang masyadong control sa kahit sa
Mm-mm.
design ng book
Mm-mm.
cover tsaka yung editing. Pero kung self-published, tapos confident ka naman siguro sa mga skills mo. Kasi
Mm-mm.
alam ko yung mga ibang writer, sila din mismo yung nagde-design, di ba? It just so
Mm-mm.
happened na hindi talaga ako graphic artist. So I knew
Mm-mm.
na ayokong ipilit. I knew I
Mm-mm.
had to ask the help of somebody else. So ayun.
Mm-mm.
Buti na
Oo.
lang nag-a-align talaga yung vision namin. So yun.
Oo. And writing a book is very personal. You don't just write a
Yes.
book because, oh, okay, because meron kang word count na kailangan
Mm,
i-target.
mm,
Siguro
tama.
yun yung tinatry namin dito sa Eight Letters na i-pursue, no?
Mm,
Na yung mga authors sana, mga indie authors, yes, there are a lot of platforms out there na pwede mong ilagay yung gawa mo, but then if the quality is not there, then you may want to rethink if you want to put that into the world.
mm,
Siyempre, di naman kailangan perfect lahat, but
tama.
at least put some thought into it.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Let's go back to you being the author. Muna, itong Magic of the Modest. Modest.
Mm.
Okay na, mali yung pagkakapronounce ko. But Magic of the Modest.
Okay lang.
Bakit ito yung title, Modest?
Hmm,
Sabihin natin na, yun na nga, na-mention natin, buti hindi mo tinagalog yung title.
yung title. O nga 'no, bakit di ko naisip? Pero siguro
Oo.
kasi title baka isipin din kasi ng
Mm-mm.
mga readers baka Tagalog. So baka yung mga ibang
Mm-mm.
hindi Tagalog speaking ay hindi nila bigyang ano,
Mm-mm.
alam mo yun kapag hindi nila i-click.
Makuha agad.
Oo.
Oo.
So English talaga. Um, Actually before ko pa talagang ano, parang minanifest ko na yan, eh. Actually
Mm-mm.
sa ano ko, sa desk ko, sinulat ko na agad talaga
Mm-mm.
yung title. I knew na ang title talaga niya ay Magic of the Modest. So, yung
Mm-mm.
modest is, alam mo naman, another word for simple. So,
Mm-mm.
yun kasi yung ini-aim ko eh, na ano, parang the magic in simple things. So, siguro inisipan ko lang ng another word for simple para
Mm-mm.
medyo may alliteration yung M, Magic of the
Mm-mm.
Modest. So,
Mm-mm.
kumbaga yung the title itself is also a concept na um, yun nga, there is magic in simple things. Yung mga
Mm-mm.
tula, um, mismo yung style mismo, yung writing style, yung mga words na ginamit ay simple. Yung mga
Mm-mm.
tema ay simple, tapos about din siya sa mga simpleng bagay, 'di ba?
Mm-mm.
Kunwari, merong isang tula diyan na about lang siya sa kung paanong ang isang kaibigan mo na matagal mo nang hindi nakita, 'di ba? Like 15 years mo nang
Mm-mm.
hindi nakita, tapos all of a sudden nag-reach out yung friend mo. Tapos parang it feels so magical kasi it feels like not a day went by. Alam mo 'yun, yung
Mm-mm.
parang walang awkwardness, parang hindi kayo matagal hindi nag-usap, parang ganun pa rin. So
Mm-mm.
'yun yung magic of true friendship. So yung mga
Wow.
tula, puro puro ganyan, puro
Mm-mm.
about the magic we find in simple, ordinary, everyday life experiences. So, kaya ganun yung title.
Oo, pero what would be your favorite poem in all of them?
Favorite?
Mahirap mamili? Mahirap ba mamili? Or
Hindi naman
lahat?
mahirap, pero meron talaga. Page 74, ang favorite ko, pinakang favorite poem ko of all time so far. Yun.
Anong
Um,
title?
and
Hanapin
Take Me
natin.
Anywhere. Take
Take
Me
Me
Anywhere. Yun.
Anywhere.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Maybe you can
Page
read
7.
this for us.
Sure.
Yan.
Okay lang ba? Hindi naman.
Yan. Oo. Oo naman. Pakita mo naman yung book.
Ay, yung book. Okay. Ito pala yung book.
Ayan.
Ayan. Paano ba? Ito, ayan.
Ayan.
Ayan, to yung book. So, okay
Ah,
lang, babasahin ko.
sige,
Parang,
sige.
hindi ako
Take us
confident sa
anywhere.
confident ako sa pagsulat, pero hindi ako masyadong confident magpasa. Inaaral ko pa kung paano. So, sige.
Sige,
So, Take Me
G.
Anywhere. Ito yung isa sa mga, actually hindi isa. So far, ito yung my most favorite poem of mine of all time, and it's called Take Me Anywhere. Take me anywhere. Take me into the deepest jungle inside your soul, grown from years and years of yearning. Tell me about the monsters I need to tame, and I will tell the story over and over under my breath like muffled prayer until it becomes a promise, until you know the wait is over. Take me to the castles you built out of the broken pieces of love you lost. Some days I will wonder what marvel there is in staring at such fragile majesty. Some days I will ponder on how it's both burden and privilege to know how they once were shattered. Remind me then how easily they could crumble. Take me anywhere with you, far and beyond reach, until finding home is nothing but a wish we once made, until it's but a hazy memory of the days when we were scared. My feet are aching for an adventure, and I am ready to get lost. Thank you.
Grabe. Okay,
Okay ba?
speechless. Um,
Ayun,
okay,
wala.
grabe maka-ano, you have a style of your own. I haven't read something that is similar to this kasi usually yun yung mga nakikita natin sa trend of poems ngayon na parang, ay nako, they all sound the same. Parang it's hard to distinguish
To
them
this.
from one point from another. Parang
Yeah,
parang
I
same
get what you
writer lang
mean.
'to, 'di
Na
ba?
parang
But
kapag
this
hindi mo
time
tiningnan, parang yeah,
mm,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
mm.
Um, yun.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking us
Oh, thank you
somewhere.
for letting for letting me read. Yeah.
Yeah, nakakatuwa. Okay, siguro I wanna know about, the process how you come up with poems like this. Where do you
Mm,
get your inspiration?
um, personal experiences, experiences ng mga tao sa paligid ko, yung mga things that I observed. So, 'di ba, kapag nagbabasa tayo ng poem, nung high school tayo, siguro first thing na sinasabi sa atin ng guro natin, 'di ba, kapag nagbabasa ka ng tula, ang first rule is don't assume na yung writer is also the speaker in the poem, right? So,
Mm,
yan, ito ko lang ano ba to, disclaimer or
sige.
i-clarify na hindi lahat ng mga poems dito ay confessional.
Mm,
So hindi lahat ng poems dito are about me.
mm,
So yung mga ibang poems dito, inspired siya sa experiences ng mga tao sa paligid ko, sa mga, experiences ng mga tao na na-observe ko. Uh, at nature,
mm,
actually, maraming tula dito ay nature theme kasi sobrang
mm,
amazing ng nature kung mag-observe ka lang ng mabuti, di ba?
mm,
So, ayun yung inspiration ko sa mga themes at mga subjects ng tula. Tapos,
mm.
ano pa yung isang tanong? Yung
Nature ba 'to ng
process, tama ba?
US or nature ng Philippines? Oo.
Yung iba nature sa Philippines pero obviously meron dito nature ng
Mm,
Canada kasi meron mga
mm.
ito
Canada.
some yung mga ibang tula dito I talk about snow, ganon, fall,
Mm,
wala
mm,
namang snow tsaka fall sa Philippines. Ay
mm,
sa Philippines, 'di ba? Pero
mm,
ayun, I think meron din ditong about sa meron ba? Hindi ko na maalala pero I'm sure
mm.
meron dito about inspired din sa nature ng Pilipinas, 'di ba? Kasi
Mm.
maganda yung nature natin. Pero
Naman.
sorry, yung writing process ba yung tanong?
Mm, yes, process.
Yun. Ako, nagsusulat ako. Sinasabi ko, pag nagsusulat ako, kapag meron akong gustong maintindihan, like, kunwari, ah, kapag tinatanong ako minsan kung what is poetry, sinasabi ko yung poetry is isa siyang paglalakbay, it's a journey. Isa siyang paglalayag sa dagat ng emosyon. So, nagsusulat ako ng poetry kapag meron akong gustong maintindihan na hindi ko pa naiintindihan or meron akong gustong sabihin na hindi ko alam sabihin sa pamamagitan ng mga simpleng salita lang. So, kumbaga, nagsusulat ako and I go into this process of navigating my emotions and then from there, I make a poetry out of it. Um, so yun. So yun din yung isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit kumbaga parang nahumaling ako sa poetry kasi nagsulat din ako ng mga iba't ibang genre. Nagsusulat din ako ng mga short stories. Ngayon nagsusulat ako ng script. Pero na-realize ko na there's something unique about poetry na sobrang ano bang tawag dito na sobrang parang feeling ko para sa akin talaga. Kasi hindi ko alam kung ako lang to, maybe this is just my personal take, pero sa tingin ko yung kapag nagsusulat ka ng short stories or novel, gano'n, meron ka ng buo na yung kwento na gusto mong ilahad. Pero kapagka magsusulat ka ng poetry, kadalasan yung mga makata, kapag umupo sila at kumuha sila ng papel at lapis, nagsulat sila. Minsan, madalas, hindi nila alam kung saan papunta. Kaya nga sabi ko, 'di ba, parang nagsasaguhan ka lang, naglalakbay ka lang. So it's very exploratory yung process ng pagsulat ng poetry. Um, and it's beautiful kasi parang you're so in touch with your emotions. So yun yung process ng ano ko, na yung writing ko. Parang 'pag nagsulat ako minsan hindi ko alam talaga kung alam ko lang na alam ko lang na meron akong gustong isulat. So, um, kaya sobrang process siya. Um, Kaya rin hindi ako hindi ko kayang magsulat ng tula na on the spot kasi gusto ko, para sa akin yung tula dapat parang pinagninilayan mo, it's a process. So
Mhm.
ayun, yun
So parang
yun yung para sa'kin.
kino-conceptualize mo muna siya
Yes, oo.
before you put it down on
I
paper.
know, yeah, I know merong mga poets na parang, parang in a snap kaya nilang magsulat
Mm,
ng poem and I admire them so much. Pero
mm,
iba-iba din kasi yung process ng pagsulat. Para sa akin personally, yung 'pag nagsusulat ako ng tula
mm,
as in sobrang, ah, ano yun, madalas nagsusulat ako ng tula kapag magulo yung utak, gano'n.
mm, mm.
Yun.
Okay, wow. Do you see yourself writing another collection of
Hmm, ah,
poems?
gusto kong magsulat ng collection ng puro Tagalog kasi yun yung gusto kong i-ano ngayon, yun yung gusto kong i-aim. But
Mm,
not anytime soon.
mm,
Gusto ko munang aralin. Hindi naman nagsusulat din naman ako ng mga Tagalog na tula. Mostly masusulat ko English. Sa Instagram, sobrang daming magagaling na mga
mm,
nagsusulat ng Tagalog. Ayun. So, yun yung gusto
mm,
kong i-goal. Siguro mga in 2 years. Sana.
mm.
Yun.
In 2 years. Wow. Okay,
Mm,
so I
mm.
can see that uh, pinag-iisipan mo talaga yung concept kasi sabi mo in 2 years
Mm,
pa. Like,
oo,
wow, okay.
yeah,
Some others would,
alam ko
oo,
definitely hindi next year kasi parang sobrang soon.
mm,
Ayoko naman kasi yung parang para lang may publish,
mm,
'di ba 'yun?
may mailabas.
Oo, tsaka katulad ng sinabi ko, alam ko na hindi ko kakayanin kasi hindi ako prolific writer.
Mm,
Alam mo 'yun, yung parang
mm,
hindi ko kayang magsulat everyday.
mm,
Kasi kumbaga parang yung writing is not the main thing that I do, It's just
mm,
something that I want to pursue kasi gusto ko siyang gawin,
mm.
you know.
Okay.
So, 'yun.
Right. So how about yung mga inspiration mo sa pagsusulat? Or meron ka bang mga idol na gusto mong i-mention? Sino ba yung mga, or ano yung mga tipo ng libro na binabasa mo? I'm just
Hmm,
curious.
oo, kilala mo ba si Tyler Not Gregson? Siya talaga
Yeah,
yung
yeah,
pinang
yeah.
Tyler Not Gregson is
I
my
also follow him.
'di ba? Actually, parang yung mga earlier na tula ko parang i they sound like Tyler Not Gregson kasi sobrang
Mm,
na-influence talaga ako. Actually,
mm,
kasama siya sa dedication sa book ko kasi siya talaga yung parang sobrang idol ko, na poet. Ito unpopular opinion pero feeling ko okay lang na, sa simula, you copy the style of the authors you admire or you idolize. Yung copy ng style, hindi yung mismong words or yung poem na
mm,
plagiarism,
mm,
not like that. Um, para sa akin okay lang, pero dapat ka rin magkaroon ka ng self-awareness as a writer na eventually you're gonna have to develop your own style. Feeling ko naman naka-develop naman ako ng sarili kong style, pero minsan parang ramdam mo pa rin yung influence ni Tyler Not Gregson. At least ako kapag nabasa ko yung mga poems ko, siguro kasi sobrang familiar ako sa style ni Tyler Not Gregson. And para sa akin okay lang kasi parang, parang hindi ko na maalis yun, influence talaga niya. Ayun. Si Sarah Kay, which is, so
Uh-huh,
who's
yeah.
yeah, isa sa mga ina-admire ko pa na she's a more of a spoken
Mm-mm.
word artist, di ba? Pero sobrang galing lang talaga niya. She's a very good
Mm-mm.
storyteller. She's more of a, that's how I would describe her, storyteller in the form of spoken word poetry. Yun,
Mm-mm.
sila yung mga
Yun.
ina-idolize ko talaga.
Check these people out kung sa tingin nyo you want to publish your own poetry book in the future. Kasi, yeah, I've been following these two people as well.
Mm.
Lalo na si Tyler Nutt. I think he uploads a poem every day, almost.
Yeah, haiku yung sa kanya everyday nag-aano siya ng haiku. Pero yung mga ibang poems din niya, yung mga typewriter series niya, yun.
Mm-mm.
Pero
Oo.
haiku definitely everyday nag-upload siya. And I'm like,
Mm-mm.
I can't do that. Yeah.
Pero kasi naman haiku naman siya. So
Mm,
parang
mabilis.
mas mabilis gawin.
Tsaka magaling siya. So,
And okay, fine.
so yeah.
Magaling siya. And also, there's the typewriting series na, okay, there's the style. Kasi nowadays, you also need to find a good channel when it comes to publishing your work or showing your
Mm,
work to the world. So Tyler Nutt Gregson, he's really good at that. He's really good at
mm,
I'm not sure if he hired some sort of a person who would do the social media graphics for him. But
mm.
okay, how about you, RC? How did you or ano ba? Basta ka na lang ba naglabas ng libro? How's your process like telling your friends and family na, oh, I'm writing a book na ganyan, and you have
Actually,
to
hindi ko,
buy.
hindi na. Actually, hindi ko sinabi sa mga, konti
Mm-mm.
lang talaga yung pinagsabihan ko. Actually, parang nalaman lang yata ng family ko nung dumating yung,
Mm-mm.
dumating yung certificate ng, ano ba tawag dito, copyright registration.
Mm-mm.
Kasi,
Mm-mm.
yung work ko kasi nasa ibang lugar, tapos
Mm-mm.
based ako sa Toronto, tapos pero pinadala ko sa Toronto, tapos nung na-receive
Mm-mm.
nila, saka lang nila nalaman. Pero alam mo, conceptualize ako ng book, may mga pinagsabihan ako mga closest friends. So, hindi ko na
Mm-mm.
babanggitin sila, pero alam naman nila kung sino sila. Pero, yun, syempre, minsan kasi parang nakaka-distract kapag sobrang daming may alam mo yun?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So dapat alam mo lang kung sino yung mga main people mo na
Mm-mm.
parang sila yung tatakbuhan mo kapagka feeling mo stuck ka or kapag kailangan mo ng
Mm-mm.
advice. So yun, yung process ko parang siguro na-conceptualize ko lang talaga mismo yung pinakalibrong 'to,
Mm-mm.
last year, parang December last year. Pero yung idea talagang sobrang tagal na siguro sa utak ko kaya parang sa akin parang medyo smooth yung pagka-ano ng book, yung pagkagawa
Mm-mm.
kasi from December tapos May na-publish ko na siya. Tapos I think, mga as early as January or February kausap ko na yung mga artist.
Mm-mm.
Tapos na-explain ko na sa kanila kung ano yung gusto talaga na makita.
Mm-mm.
So, ayun, yun naman.
How does it
Tapos
feel na okay, sorry, go ahead.
sasabihin
Sorry,
ko
go
lang
ahead.
sana na ano,
Mm-mm.
siguro parang isa sa mga mahalagang ginawa ko siguro kung meron mang ano, yung nakikinig na gustong mag-publish
Mm-mm.
din, ganyan. Keep manifesting kasi parang yung power of manifestation, totoo talaga yun kasi
Totoo
parang
talaga
inano ko,
yan.
mm, yun na
Oo.
yung isa sa mga ano, sinulat ko talaga dun sa wall ko um, yung title ng libro, Magic of the Modest. Tas I keep
Mm-mm.
manifesting. Tas mag-manifest ka sa mga friends mo, sa mga patao na pinagkakatiwalaan
Mm-mm.
mo. Di ba? Na
Mm-mm.
this year magpapublish ako ng book and it will happen.
Mm-mm.
Yan.
Mm-mm.
So,
Kung ano yung pinakamalakas na dinadasal mo or yung sinasabi nga natin like what you say, puhon for.
Yes,
Parang
yes, yes.
puhon, yeah.
Mm,
It will happen. And then it will eventually happen, 'di ba?
yeah. Mm,
Yeah, that's what I like about manifesting. And I think a lot of people overlook this power that they have in
yeah.
them, na you can
Mm,
actually manifest it.
and mm, and make things
It
happen. Yeah.
make things happen. Okay. Oh my God, I have
Yeah.
so many questions pa. But okay, another one. Siguro we're nearing the end.
Okay.
So how does it feel na you know people get to read your can now read your work kasi 'di ba sabi mo hindi mo mini-mention masyado sa family and friends
Mm,
mo, but
mm.
still do you feel how does it feel? Parang ayaw mo sabihin sa
I
kanila,
know.
but then,
I
okay,
know.
finally, people are
Well,
reading it.
syempre, first of all, sobrang overwhelming na may mga tao na gustong magbasa. But at the
Mm-mm.
same time, parang ano ba yung tamang term? Hindi ko maisip yung tamang term. Parang, siguro parang uncomfortable.
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a better
Awkward.
term. Pero awkward, parang gano'n na parang, kasi di ba kapag somebody said na yung publishing a book and especially a book of poetry, it's like you're opening yourself to the world, like the most vulnerable part of you, di ba?
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
parang ganun yung parang in-expose mo yung sarili mo and it can get very uncomfortable. So parang ganun, minsan ganun yung feeling mo na kapag somebody will tell you, "Oh, I'm reading your book," or I'm read I love this poem in your book, and tapos minsan tatanungin nila, what is it about? Is this about you? Parang ganyan. Parang
Mm-mm.
minsan parang yun nga, parang sobrang uncomfortable. Pero
Mm-mm.
siguro yung pinaka nangingibabaw din na emotion, syempre yung gratefulness, yung parang sobrang
Mm-mm.
sobrang thankful na kasi na ano ko naman, anticipate ko naman din na it will happen na, you know,
Mm-mm.
if when I publish a book, um, I'm opening myself to first of all yung criticism din, 'di ba? From other
Pros
people.
and
Kasi
cons.
exactly, kasi not everyone's gonna like your work and that's okay
Mm-mm.
because you're
Mm-mm.
not everyone's cup of tea, right?
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
dapat lang talaga na aware ka doon. Pero all in all, mas lamang pa rin talaga yung feeling ng pagpapasalamat, yung thankfulness, yung
Mm-mm.
gratitude na kasi alam mo yun, parang sobrang privileged ko lang talaga. Lagi kong
Mm-mm.
gustong inuuna kong sabihin na sobrang privileged ko lang kasi ang daming mas magagaling, ang daming mga magagaling na writers, ang daming mga nangangarap din na mag-publish ng libro pero swerte lang ako kasi yun, meron akong resources. Tapos
Mm-mm.
yung during the pandemic, I had the privilege to still, have have a source of income kahit na nasa yung may time ako. I mean, wala akong
Mm-mm.
masyadong ginagawa and may time akong para magsulat. And not everyone had that chance. So,
Mm-mm.
ayun. So, kaya dapat talaga maging grateful ka. Yun.
Mm-mm.
So,
Oh
yun
my
yung
God.
main feeling.
So great. Um, okay, so ngayon, do you have any other last messages or ano ba? How should I put? Paano ka ba namin mako-contact or
Ah,
where else can we see your work?
mhm.
I know that you don't publish or post your work every day.
No,
But
ang tagal. Yeah. Pero hopefully,
uh-uh.
soon, parang gusto, sana
Mm,
makapag-post ako. Parang medyo naging missing in action ako
mm,
past
mm,
few weeks. But
mm,
nagsimula kasi talaga ako sa Instagram and yung
mm,
hindi ko alam kung nakikita nila pero yung sinulat ko sa ano ko yung diyan sa may ano ba yun. Nakita ba nila
mm.
yung pangalan ko? Yeah. Anyway,
Ah,
they can reach me yung sa kung meron pang mga ibang may tanong
oh,
or ano. It's at Ignovion Rights, Ignovion, and the word rights, one word. Yun yung Instagram handle ko. Doon ako actually nagsimula last year. Doon ko pinupost yung
mm,
mga tula ko. So, ayun,
mm,
reach out lang. Open naman yung DM. Tapos,
mm,
yun, kung meron pa ako mga hindi na-explain ngayon na, or may mga tanong sila, especially yung mga gusto ding yung mga nagsusulat din. Alam mo kasi,
mm,
hindi,
mm,
ang daming minsan nagme-message sa akin na they also write, pero sobrang
mm.
hindi sila confident sa mga
Mm-mm.
hindi sila confident na put their work out there kasi first of all, um, hindi sila confident sa ability nila, and then second of all,
Mm-mm.
natatakot sila sa criticism ng ibang tao. So yun, so sa mga iba lang na kung may mga tanong kayo, yun lang.
Oh,
At
what
Ignovian
would
rights.
you advise to them? To these people na
Mm.
nahihirapan. Kasi, well, totoo, magkakaroon talaga tayo ng imposter syndrome.
Mm,
'Di ba? Na
yes,
parang,
oo nga.
am I really a writer? Parang, okay, sinusulat ko
Exactly.
lang to sa notebook ko, but how will people perceive me as the writer that I manifest,
Mm.
that I wanted to be? Ganyan.
Mm.
Okay.
Dalawa lang yung usually na sinasabi ko sa kanila kapag merong nagtatanong sa akin. Yung first of all, and I think it's the most important, more important
Mm-mm.
one is to believe in yourself. Believe that kung hindi ka man naniniwala na magaling ka ng writer, believe that you have the potential to be a great writer or to be a good writer. Kasi diyan magsisimula lahat. Kasi if you don't believe in yourself, how will other people believe in you? 'Di ba? So
Mm-mm.
kailangan magsimula muna sa iyo. And I think yan yung parang yung mga tao na hindi naniniwala na kaya nilang magsulat, yun yung parang pinakamalaking hindrance na pumipigil sa kanila to reach or
Mm-mm.
realize their potential. So yun yung unang-una ko sinasabi. Maniwala ka muna na
Mm-mm.
kaya mong magsulat, or kung hindi ka man naniniwala ngayon na magaling ka magsulat, maniwala ka na kaya mong mag-improve, may potential
Mm-mm.
ka. At yung pangalawa, syempre hindi naman tayo titigil sa belief lang na wala na in
Mm-mm.
action. Kailangan may action din. So yung number two, and also maybe equally important, is to keep improving whatever it
Mm-mm.
takes. Kasi it involves different steps. But
Mm-mm.
yung general advice is to keep improving. So
Mm-mm.
generally, it will mean keep writing. If you
Mm-mm.
can write every day, keep on writing, keep on reading. Read the
Mm-mm.
work of people you idolize. Read the work of people that you're not so familiar with, kasi diyan ka mag-improve. Ano pa ba? Meet a lot of immerse yourself with a community of poets, kung poets ka, or
Mm-mm.
ano ba,
Mm-mm.
short story writer, novelist ka. Basta immerse yourself with the community or the writers community. So yun,
Mm-mm.
believe in yourself,
Mm-mm.
keep improving.
Ayun. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know why, but every time you answer a question, parang meron ba akong gustong itanong? Pero
Ay,
sandali, bago yung pinaka-last question ko ha. Okay
ah,
guys, please follow RC. Andyan siya at Ignovion Rights. Yeah, I think
sa
you guys
Instagram.
can see it. Okay. Ayan, i-maximize natin. Ayan. So check him out in Instagram at Ignovion Rights. Okay, and of course, check him out also here in our bookstore.
Oo,
Check
yan
out,
yung pinaka
literal na check out.
pinaka pinaka-importante. Eight
Oo,
letters website ba? Eight
website
letters
and
website
also
and Shopee.
Shopee.
Yan.
Yon.
Maraming salamat sa mga bumili at sa mga gusto
Mm-mm.
pang bumili. Sobrang
Yes.
sobrang thank you. Yun.
Yon. Okay, ito talaga pinaka-last na question ko kasi
Sige.
mag-aalas tres na para matulog ka
Oh.
na. Um, why is it so important to get your work out there? Or why is it so important that you write this book? Is it merely for your personal, or merely, just to show your work out there, put it out to the world? Gaano ka-importante?
Siguro parang both. Yung kasi sinasabi mo, importante siya
Mm-mm.
kasi art, nagsisimula naman yung art as a expression of yourself, right? 'Di ba?
Mm-mm.
Sabi nila, ano ba 'yan? Pag sumulat ka, dapat sumulat ka muna for yourself.
Mm-mm.
But also because art, mayroon kasi siyang power to influence people, to inspire people. So siguro yun yung ma- siguro yun na lang yung sagot ko sa tanong mo, na it's important kasi someone somewhere out there, baka merong tao dun na makakabasa ng sinulat mo, and someone who badly needs to hear the words na nandito, na kahit na, alam mo yun, sinulat siya ng ibang tao, sinulat ko, pero somehow they're able to relate, and yung mga sinasabi ko are able to resonate with them, if they're feeling alone and somehow they feel a little bit less alone, or if they're feeling down and somehow pag nabasa nila yung sinulat ko, or kahit hindi naman ako, kahit yung ibang writers or kahit ibang books, it doesn't matter, di ba? If they pick a book and they read the poem and somehow, um, it was able to inspire them or make them feel better. I think yun yung importance ng putting yourself out there and putting your work out there, kasi you'll never know kung sino yung may influence mo or yung may inspire mo, and sino yung may save mo, di ba? Or kung sino yung ano pa ba, kung sino yung ma-influence mo to become writer as well. Or maybe there's someone there now who just needs to read something to keep going for the day, just for the day. So it's important to just to put your work out there, because it some people will feel some people will read it and will be
Mhm.
inspired by it. Yeah, I
Ayan.
think yun na lang.
Ayan, yan. And
Ikaw.
and of course, when you inspire people, that's the moment that you realize na, okay, this is actually my
Yes.
purpose in life. Oh, yun.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. So I can relate in so many levels. Okay.
Ayan. Kasi
And
writer ka din,
so,
no?
oo,
So naintindihan
and
natin yung
isa't isa.
mm,
Okay. Okay, ang dami natin pwede mag-usapan. But, yeah, I have to put this interview to an end.
I
And I
know.
hope, I hope you guys enjoyed
Sana naman.
watching and marami kayong natutunan,
Mm,
being a writer, being a poet, and not rushing into things. And of
mm.
course, most importantly,
Sorry, nawala. Okay, I'm still here.
Sige.
Hold on. I'm just going to end. Okay, here we go. Yeah, sorry about that. I hope you guys can still hear me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kaya hindi ka
Okay,
namin nakita.
awesome. Okay. Ayun. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening and or for watching. And don't forget to grab the book sa Shopee page namin and
Mm,
sa aming website, Magic of the Mothers. It's only 360 pesos.
mm.
Yan.
Um,
Yan.
can I just say something too? Yan.
Sure.
Gusto ko lang sabihin na thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for this conversation, Cindy. And
Mhm.
it's a 8 letters. Nung naghanap ako ng publisher sa Pilipinas, parang nung una, medyo nahirapan ako. Pero nung nakita ko yung, ito, and I'm saying this without it's true na, parang nung
Yeah.
nabasa ko kasi yung, ano bang tawag dito, yung vision nyo. So yung
Mhm.
parang I felt like parang ito yung publishing company na gusto kong to work with. So yun. So sobrang thank you na nag-respond kayo sa akin and you decided to distribute my book in the Philippines.
Mhm.
And so sobrang thank you.
Yay, thank you, RC. Thank you.
Salamat.
And we're so grateful na kami yung pinili mong publishing house sa
Mm.
Philippines.
Yeah,
And
the
of course,
feeling is
we'll
mutual.
definitely, yeah, we'll definitely do that for all of our authors. With all of our authors, we do that na
Mm.
parang
Yeah.
we make sure na, kasi we've been there.
Mm.
Anyway, so I'll have to end this here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, RC. Thank you so much,
Salamat.
everyone.
Have a
And
nice
hope
weekend.
have a nice weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and
Yeah.
good night to you there
Good.
in Toronto.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye,
All right. Bye bye.
everyone.
Bye bye.